Hi students, this is Kartik Trivedi. In last video, we have seen 4 cases of projection of straight line, and now in this video, we're gonna see a final case of projection of straight line. But before I will start this topic, let us quickly revise what we have seen in last video. So see your screen carefully. So in last video, we have first defined what is projection of straight line, and then we have see the different 5 cases like this which already discussed. So you have to just see the screen so that you will quickly revise what I have already told you. Just see the screen. In first case, we have seen the line perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. So we have seen the line something like this, and we have seen the projection of this line gonna be look like this. After that, we have seen the second line, which is line parallel to HP and VP. So we have already seen this thing, and we have also seen the projection of this line, which is going to be look like this. And in third case, we have seen a line inclined to HP and parallel to VP. So you can see this over here, line which is inclined to HP by an angle theta, and the projection will gonna be look like this. In fourth case, we have already seen that line inclined to VP and parallel to HP. So see the line inclined to VP by an angle 5, and see the projection of this line, and the projection is gonna be look like this. So we have already discussed this thing in the last video. So this is just a quick recap. Now let us see the final case, which is line inclined to HP as well as VP. So let us consider HP and VP, give it a XY line, name XY line. Now imagine a line which is inclined to HP as well as VP. So what kind of line is this? So let us assume this is horizontal plane and this is vertical plane. So this is vertical plane, this is horizontal plane, like this. Now let us see, this is one line. Now this line is something like this. So it is inclined to HP by an angle theta, and let me rotate this line by something like this. So it will make an angle 5 with this vertical plane VP. So you have to imagine this kind of line. So see this line over here, which is inclined to HP by an angle theta and inclined to VP by an angle 5. So you can see this line over here. Now let us take the projection of this line on VP. So it is going to be look like this. Give it a name A dash B dash, and you can see the angle alpha over here. Same way, let us take the top view on HP. So it is going to be look like this, and give it a name AB, and it will make angle beta. Now let us see this line over here. So it will going to be look like this. I have just removed the line, original line over here, something like this. And now let us rotate the HP to get the final projection. So we have to rotate HP 90 degree clockwise. So the final projection is gonna be look like this. Now here the question comes in your mind, sir, here in front view there is angle alpha, in a top view there is angle beta. Why is this? So always remember, angle theta and phi is always come with the true length. If front view is showing the true length, that means we are having an angle theta over there. If top view is showing a true length, that means we are having an angle of phi over there. So always remember, theta and phi is always comes with the true length. Here front view and top view both are not showing the true length, so both are apparent length. Why? Because here the line is not parallel to HP, and also it is not parallel to VP. Why? Because line is inclined to HP as well as VP. So that's why front view and top view both are not true length. So whenever front view and top view both are not true lengths, when front view is also apparent length and top view is apparent length, so we are having a angle alpha. If front view is not showing a true length, so if it is apparent length, then we will show the angle alpha in front view. So that angle is known as apparent angle. Let's say it's same way in top view, that is also not showing the true length, so it is apparent length. So there is angle beta over it, so apparent angle beta. So always remember, theta and phi is always come with the true length, and that angle is theta and phi is known as true inclination. Whereas alpha and beta is always come when your projection is not giving the true length, that means they are apparent length. So alpha and beta is apparent angle. Always remember this. Okay, so alpha and beta is apparent angle, and theta and phi is true angle, or you can say true inclination. Okay, so this is the projection of front view and top view. Okay, now let's see this. Let's see on your screen. So we have already see why this how this projection will come. So you can see it over here. So you can see the line which I have drawn from the projection of, you can see the horizontal line which is coming from the projection of point A, small letter A. You can see that. Also you can see that there was a horizontal line which I have drawn from point B. Also you can see that horizontal line from A dash, and you can also see the horizontal line from point B dash. Now you can see that the horizontal line which is coming from point A, it is known as locus of A. Same way, the horizontal line which is coming from point B is known as locus of B. Same way, the horizontal line which is coming from A dash, it is known as locus of A dash. Also the horizontal line which is coming from point B dash is known as locus of B dash over here. Now let us see this case over here. So in example, we are having a two kind of case. First case, when front view and top view is given and you have to find a true length. So here you can see on figure, front view and top view is given and we have to find a true length. So how to find this? So first, let us draw horizontal line from point A, and that is known as locus of A. Same way, locus of A dash, which is a horizontal line from A dash. Also this is locus of B dash, which is horizontal line from B dash, and locus of B, which is horizontal line from point B. Now what we gonna do to find a true length? Let us see on your screen. Now take a distance equal to top view AB. Now take a distance equal to AB and A as a center. Put an arc on the locus of A. So see on your screen like this. Yeah. So whenever it intersects locus of A, now give it a name B2. Now from point B2, draw a vertical line up to locus B dash. Again I am gonna repeat. From point B2, draw a vertical line up to locus B dash. Whenever it intersects locus B dash, give it a name of B1 dash. So whenever it intersects, we will give it a name B1 dash. Now connect A dash and B1 dash, and that is going to show us a true length. And also we have write, that's why we have write angle theta over there, because A dash B1 dash is showing a true length, and in front view if it is showing a true length, that we will write angle theta over there. So from front view and top view, this is how we can find the true length. You can do it this reverse as well. Okay, so you can do it this way. Now in third case, we are going to having a problem something like this, when a true length is given and you have to find front view and top view. So here you can see on your screen the true length is given, we have to find the front view and top view. So first what we will do, first we will write all the locus. So you can see the locus of A, locus of A dash, locus of B1 dash, and locus of B1. So you know that what is locus of B1. So horizontal line which is drawn from B1, it is known as locus of B1. Same way, what is locus of B1 dash? The horizontal line which is drawn from B1 dash, it is known as locus of B1 dash. Same for locus of A dash and locus of A. Now we are having a true length. You can see that in front view we are having a true length A dash B1 dash, and we are in top view we are having a true length AB1. And always remember, true length is always same. That means distance of A dash B1 dash and distance of AB1 both are same, because both are showing a true length. Okay, so now we are having a true length, and by using this we have to find front view and top view. So how to do this? So let us first, what we have to do, first draw a vertical line from point B1. Let us see on your screen. Draw vertical line from point B1 up to locus A dash, and whenever it intersects locus of A dash, give it a name point B2 dash. So you can see that whenever we have drawn a vertical line from point B1, whenever it intersects locus of A dash, we have given the name point B2 dash. Now what you will do, now take a distance equal to A dash B2 dash. Now take a distance equal to A dash B2 dash, and A dash as a center, put an arc on locus of B1 dash, something like this, and whenever it will intersect, it will be a point B dash. So now connect A dash B dash, and it is going to show us a front view. Okay, so this is how you can find a front view. Now let us see, we have to find a point B. Always remember, A dash and A both come on straight line. Same way, B dash and B both are come on straight line. So if you have find B dash, you can easily find B. So what you have to do, from B dash you have to draw a vertical line in downward direction up to locus B1. Whenever it intersects locus of B1, that will be a point B. See this vertical line? Yes, whenever it intersects, it will be a point B. Or else you can find it in another way. How to find it another way? See on screen. You can see that from B1 dash I have drawn a vertical downward line up to locus A. Whenever it intersects, I will give it a name point B2. Now take a distance equal to AB2. Now take a distance equal to AB2 and A as a center. Put an arc on locus of B1. Whenever it intersects locus of B1, it will be a point B. So you can do it both way. Either from, if you have find B dash, draw vertical line up to locus B1, and whenever it intersects, it will be a locus of B. Or you can do it the same way which I already discussed over here. So in both way you are right. So this is how you can find it. So if connect A and B, it will show us a top view. Okay, so this is how you can find. So you can say that front view we are mentioning the angle alpha, in top view we are mentioning angle beta, in true length in front view we are mentioning angle theta, in true length in top view we are mentioning angle phi. Okay, so if you remember this master slide over here, you can solve any problem. So you can see it on your screen. Let us see it over here. So you can see that on your screen over here, we have drawn a horizontal line from point A. So it is known locus of A. Same way we have drawn horizontal line from point A dash. So it is known locus of A dash. Same way the horizontal line which is drawn from B dash and B1 dash, that is called locus of B dash or B1 dash. And same way for B and B1, which is horizontal line drawn from B and B1, which is locus of B or B1, that you already know. Now you have to remember this thing, that A dash B1 dash is showing a true length and AB1 is showing a true length. So in front view true length is A dash B1 dash, and in top view a true length is AB1. Same way in front view the projection is A dash B dash is a front view and AB is a top view. So you can see that the true length A dash B1 dash is making an angle theta with HP, and front view A dash B dash is making an angle alpha with XY line. Okay, so you can see it over here. Now same way you can see that the true length in top view is AB1, which is making an angle phi with XY line, and you can see the top view AB, which is making an angle beta with XY line. So you have to just remember this thing. Then you have to remember that the length of top view is equal to A dash 1 dash and length of front view is equal to A1. And also you have to remember that we have to draw angle theta and alpha with point A dash, and you have to draw angle phi and beta with point A. And also you have to remember that B dash and B1 dash both are on the same locus, and also you can see from the figure that B and B1 is also on a same locus. So you have to remember this thing. And also you have to remember that the true length is never rotated, we only rotate front view and top view. So you have to remember just this thing over here. If you remember this thing, or you remember this just master slide, so take a screenshot of this master slide, and whenever you are going to solve the problem, just keep this figure in front of your eyes so you can easily solve any examples. I hope you will like this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.